So I got a bunch of stuff to get done today. Of course, it's Sunday, so I'm trying to squeeze it all in before the start of the week here. What we want to do is start off by unloading some hay. So currently we have about 500 bales right now already baled in square bales. On wagons we only had about 250 bales. The rest is on Rachel's dad's semi. So we'll be able to get it basically unloaded off the semi with grapples and put onto these hay wagons so we can get them back over here in the bank barn, because it just couldn't take a semi drag getting backed in here. It'd be miserable and the barn probably would collapse. But currently we already got one wagon unloaded over here in the corner. It's me, Rachel, my brother Alex. We're here today getting this unloaded and stacked so we can fly through it pretty quick. Using that skid steer to get in here has been interesting just because these wagons are extremely heavy. The guy who baled this hay built these wagons, and they are really heavy, really nice though, but they're extremely heavy and kind of pushing up that ramp here in the bank barn. It gets a little squirrely. This is the first time I used the skid steer to get them in here. So far it went pretty good, really. It just takes a little trial and error. So now we got the second wagon backed in. Me and Rachel start stacking hay. Alex will start throwing it down to us. We'll get this wagon unloaded probably about a half hour or so. But it's pretty satisfying seeing this much hay in the barn in this short amount of time. It was really nice having that third person. I was glad Alex was able to come give us a hand. You know, last year it was taking me and Rachel about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes wagon. Today it was taking us like 30-35 minutes. We were able to fly through it pretty quick. So we're gonna go ahead, move those two wagons around, get them dropped off, and then I need to go pick up a new trailer that I just bought off of a auction. So I just got back from dropping those two wagons off over next to the barn where the semi-trailer is at Rachel's dad's place that has her hay on it. Then I ran over and picked up this trailer that I bought this week on an online farm auction. I've actually bought a cow and some other steers off this guy. He had this item listed, and so me and Rachel decided to go ahead and pick it up. It has a nice diamond plate toolbox on it there. Has a home built, basically a little tool shed, you know, storage box there on that end. It looks like it's an old skid steer trailer. It's kind of in rough shape, doesn't have any fenders on it. Has a hand crank winch on it up here, up in the front. You know, pull on or hold down whatever they were hauling when this trailer was probably new. The deck's kind of rough, but after looking at it, you know, he used it just for some fence repairs. Basically used it as like a fence trailer around his farm so he could move everything around. What we want to use it for is, I'm just going to put some plywood here on the deck, and this winter I want to be able to stack some hay on it just so I can jam it in the corner over here in the barn. Just make it a little bit easier so we don't have to run back and forth with hay all the time. Maybe keep, you know, 2 or 3 weeks of hay on here at a time. What we've been looking for is some hay wagons. Been watching those on auction. I actually have a running gear down at my mom and dad's house. We just need a deck for them. And after looking at some of these wagons at these auctions that are already put together, what they're selling for and what a new deck costs to buy outright, what I think I might end up doing is this winter, getting those two running gears together and basically building decks for both of them. So then next year we'll have two wagons, two more additional wagons to use. But this winter, right now, this was super convenient to buy, 4 miles away from the house, really easy to get home. So I went ahead and picked it up. Like I said, it's gonna take a little bit of work, I know I'm gonna have to pull that off. And get this other little silver box off. But that silver box can be reused for a lot of stuff. But pretty heavy duty trailer, shouldn't be too big of a deal to get used for what we want to use it for here around the farm. So today while we were unloading hay, I got two little like pickup magnets for my helpers here. That way they had something to do while we were unloading hay. I just figured they could walk around, just go over the driveway area, down around the feeding floor and everything like that. And with us losing 2 roofs over the last couple years, I figured they'd find some nails out there, but I was kind of surprised to see how many they found. So I ended up spending about $60 here on these 2 magnets on wheels. This bigger one here has about 9 pounds of pickup, and the little one's supposed to be about 4 pounds. This one, bigger one's adjustable and everything else. But the amount of nails and stuff we found, I was really surprised about. And last week, I just got done reading a book, The Lean Farm, and, I just kind of taken some ideas from it of, I was going to go ahead and spend about, like I said, $60 on these 2 magnets. And, it's kind of an investment just for the fact that, they're never really going to, deteriorate or anything like that. But to think about the potential of a flat tire or anything like that, those 2 magnets probably already saved me a couple $100 just by this many nails that they picked up. It really surprised me. I thought we had gone over this area really well before, picking stuff up, cleaning up. But, this is something we're just going to keep using when we're over here doing work or whatever. Just get those out, wheel them around, and just pick out a little area and just try to clean it up and see what we can find to help keep these out of our tires. So wrapping up today, I got one more thing I really want to do. I've been holding off on bringing over my new mineral feeder. I picked this up at an auction probably like 3 months ago. It still had some old mineral caked in there. I ended up cleaning it all out, but I didn't want to put it out while we still had that steer here just because I didn't know what was that old mineral was that was in there. And then I was kind of waiting for the old mineral feeder to run out of the salt blocks and stuff because they kind of started forming and, getting sloppy in there. So they're out, so I got some new salt blocks here now. I ended up picking up this little protein block that has some trace minerals in it just to try it out. I've never tried one of those before that's like this. They had it just sitting there on the shelf. I figured I'd give it a shot just because why not try it out. I got my old mineral feeder sitting over there. It's pretty beat up right now. And I've pieced this thing back together. This isn't the original rubber top. This is just a piece of rubber. I ended up getting the fit on there, but it would still let water down in there and that stuff would get kind of sloppy. And I've kind of noticed that they've quit, going to it here in the last week or so. So I thought it was time to get this new one out here. This is a really nice Pride of the Farm mineral feeder. It's double plastic. It's pretty heavy duty. Has 3 compartments in there. Should be perfect for what we want to do. I'm just going to put the salt blocks in it for now. I'm just going to throw this in a feed trough that we have because I don't want them fighting over this mineral feeder and tearing it up right off the bat and then just trying to get to this throughout the day. So I'll just put that, like I said, in the feed trough. So I'm just going to end up throwing that out here in the feeding floor for now. I just want to get them out here and get them using it, get them some fresh salt so I can get rid of the other one and throw it away. I have a tire I want to mount this to, but right now I just want to get it out here so I can put out these salt blocks and that way they have access to it. So they're all going to check it out, see what they think of it. What I need to do still is get their water topped off for the night. I need to feed all the lambs that are here and take care of all the ewes at the house. I still have the skid steer over here. I need to get it loaded on the trailer and get it home. And it's going to be dark in about an hour. So I really need to just get all this stuff finished up, wrapped up for the evening. So that way we can start off this week on a good note. Well, that'll wrap up this video. Thanks for watching.